The federal government has indicated its interest to look at the necessary sections of the Constitution that allow states to conduct local government election if the need be. The Attorney General of the Federation of the Generation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi gave the hint while speaking at the 2024 Annual Conference of the National Association of Judiciary Correspondents held in Abuja. Correspondent Kulojo completes the story.
Shedding more light on the landmark judgment of the Supreme Court on local government autonomy and the attendant reactions from stakeholders, the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, maintained that the pronouncement of the Appellate Courts is a continuous assurance of the inviolability of the existence of the third tier of government, the local government. He maintained that the exact time of the judgment cannot be varied and must be enforced in exactly the same time as determined, saying an issue that has been decided by the Supreme Court, it is a final and conclusive and cannot be subject to any further test of validity.
So the aftermath of the Supreme Court judgment on the local government autonomy is the continued assurance of the inviolability of the existence of the third tier of government, that is the local government. The law is well settled that the enforcement of a valid judgment of a court of law must address exactly what the judgment being enforced decided.
Such judgments must be enforced, otherwise the party cannot use it for anything and it may become a pyrrhic judgment. There's no doubt that the age-long law is that a judgment of a court subsists until it is set aside on appeal by a higher court. And that means it must be obeyed. So parties or government agencies cannot choose and pick and choose which judgment to obey and which not to obey.
Fagbemi, who accused some state governments for coming up with legislations which appear to be antithetical to the tenet of the judgment of the Supreme Court, said the government at the center will not hesitate to invite the Supreme Court to look into the power of State Independent Electoral Commission. In his remark, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, who was represented by the Secretary to the National Judicial Institute, Abdul Aziz Olomu, called for the harmonious relationship between the judiciary and the media, stating that the two entities must be ready to work together to regulate various institutions in the society. In his welcome address, the chairman, National Association of Judiciary Correspondents, Kayode Lawal, said the conference was organized to serve as a refresher course to keep members abreast of modern-day developments that will facilitate the discharge of their responsibilities to the society.
But we are not resting on our oars. If we don't have any meaningful response, we may also invite the Supreme Court to help us take a look at the Constitution and see whether they should be allowed to continue to conduct local government elections in the form that we have presently.
The media's capacity to shape narratives and perceptions is undeniable. As Jim Morrison also remarked, whoever controls the media controls the mind. This underscores the immense responsibility placed on journalists to report truthfully, fairly, and objectively.
It is also part of the periodic refresher programs organized by us as an affiliate of the Nigerian Union of Journalists to keep members abreast of modern-day development to enable them to discharge their functions without hindrances.
There were presentations of papers by selected speakers on the sub-themes of the conference. From Abuja, Kunle Ojo, Galaxy TV.